The book of Proverbs in the Old Testament has a lot of very practical instructions in it about all kinds of things in life. But in the very first chapter, the writer says this: "Hear, my son, your father's instruction, and do not forsake your mother's teaching. Indeed, they are a graceful wreath to your head and ornaments about your neck." And I think when we look at that, there are a few things that we can easily point out. First of all, when it says, "Hear, my son," it is not only talking to boys. For most of time, when in the writing where man was used or son was used, understanding was that meant kind of humankind. And so this is an instruction to both sons and daughters. And then the writer goes on to talk about your father's instruction and your mother's teaching. And I think the idea we see there is that it is not just the responsibility of one parent to be the spiritual leader in the family, that both the father and the mother should be instructing the children, and the children should be paying attention to both the father and the mother. Both have value and in their roles in the family. And then although this command is directly given to the children, the implication is that fathers and mothers will be teaching their children the way of wisdom. They will be giving them instructions in right living. They will be teaching them about the God who created them, who is the author of all wisdom, who in his very nature is all wise. And so I would encourage you today to think about your own family situation, to think about, are you a person who, if you have children in your home, you are being intentional about teaching the Word of God to them, teaching the way of wisdom to them. Whether you're the mom in the family or the dad in the family, it is your responsibility. And secondly, I would encourage us who maybe don't have children at home to be thinking about how can we apply this instruction to the broader faith community. Many of us have the opportunity to influence children, whether they are our own grandchildren, whether they're children in our workplace, or whether they're children in our church community. We have the opportunity to also be imparters of wisdom, to be teachers of truth, and we need to take that responsibility seriously. And then if you are a person who is of the age where you are still under the authority of your mom and or dad, then I would encourage you to be thinking about, am I willing to listen? Am I willing to learn? Am I willing to admit that maybe I don't know everything? And there are things that my parents, my grandparents, my elders in the church can teach me. The Bible gives us lots of instruction, but God also calls us to both be teachers and to be learners. Let's do that today.